Good evening, gentlemen and ladies, to a new live stream, not live stream, but a new cast from GameGamblers. Fahu here. We are just back and watching our first cast of the day of the YouTube channel. This is just Fortune versus Tomakaze. And yeah, we just started and are in the game of these two beastly players who are both very strong and very good. Tomakaze plays as USF with the commander's Schützen Company, that's with Sherman Easy-8, then the Panzer Company, that's normally the M10s with bulldozers Sherman, and then the Luftwaffe Company, that's Fallschirmjäger with Pfadfinder, and also some IT guns to drop in. On the left side we have our beautiful man Fortune just started today with the beautiful Axis, the beautiful Wehrmacht, a very stable and defensive kind of gameplay he could use with that. He just goes for the Doctrine Blitzkrieg and Doctrine Deutsche Mechanisierte Truppen, and as well for the Osttruppen Doctrine. All three are more or less very known and used in 1v1, but we see how it works on this beautiful big map. This map is just totally split in two parts, the open part on the left side and the more or less very cover and also building area here. And it looks like that the Axis player Fortune just tries to get the control of the right side, taking this MG into the building and have a good start there without a lot of problems. Meanwhile, on the left side, our player Tomakaze goes with some riflemans and capping the left side without a lot of trouble, because they're all focusing at the moment on the right side. The focus to hold the buildings is very high here. He's just going and looking to hold the buildings without losing them. Very important thing, he just get out with MG in the forward building here, and looks like he just tries to get the complete right side of control. The first counter attack from him is still up. He built a mortar and tries to take down the MG out of the building, and it was a success. He just have to retreat, at least leaving the building, and have to reset his MG in any other kind of engagement. Pioneers trying to beat those echelon squads with successful and force them to retreat. Left side, meanwhile, a little rifleman looks like for a flank, but the Grenadier squad is in the right place in the building and just are available to instantly beat him. Right side, munition gets capped, and at the moment looks like a double VP cap for the Axis. They have a good start, early start. That's very important. The Axis are a bit weak at the start and have a bit trouble against those strong riflemans, but he's doing good and just have a good control here with those MG builds, and at the moment covering the VPs. Left side, meanwhile, the VP is just totally not touched at the moment, so he's bleeding a lot of VPs we're seeing here on the top side, but not that much. That could be just a problem in the late game at the moment. Tomakaze just tries to be a very slow and tries to be defensive and going just slowly forward to get a successful view about where the MG is, where are the enemies, what are they doing, where did they hide, what cover did they use. First engagement will be coming probably soon. The MG just getting saw here, and the mortar will probably be working on the MG now. Here we go. MG just trying to attack, but getting suppressed instantly. The mortar just tries to attack and will probably hitting now the MG. The MG have probably to retreat if they're getting more hits up. We have still a doctrine choose from Tomakaze. Just goes for the Easy-8s, the Sherman Easy-8s, and have now those passive Flammenwerfer. That's the flamethrower for the echelons. Very strong against buildings as well as against infantry in a cover situation. Left side, Grand Squad getting just doubled flanked from two riflemans and have to retreat very soon. A beautiful rifle grenade getting dodged from Tomakaze, so he's now in trouble. Could be losing this Grand, but I think he comes away with one guy left, so a successful retreat, but he bleeds a lot. sneaky rifle grenade, but he just react to that and have perfectly no problem to say no, not me, not me, not now. Rush Ashton Squad still hold the building at the moment. He just tries not to let the enemy get any buildings up again on the top sides. Meanwhile, we have some very weird wireless on this building here. Looks like he's trying to force that the enemy don't go into this building. If he goes into it, he will have trouble to getting into it. A little fight here, riflemen against some Krens. Looks very, very even at the moment. We could winning this. Looks like that the rifleman could even winning this fight very, very closely. And looks like that the Kran have a bit trouble in that retreat. So a successful win for the riflemen. Riflemen are in close range, very strong, and could even winning with less units against Krens. Here comes the medic truck, instantly going forward to reinforce this low squad of riflemans. Control is at the moment a bit more on the side for the riflemans. The Tomakaze have still no VP leads, but he has a better resource income, so he will have a better time in the future to get probably the first vehicle pick out. That would be probably, like we're seeing, he's still tagged on the Stuart very soon. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have still tagged up to T2, and we will probably see as well very soon the first week out. It's still there, that's the first half truck up. Probably going for a flamer. What we see at the moment is just like a reinforced station, so he could just pushing stronger on the left side. There's at the moment not really something we could just dealing with that. Mortar attacks against the Krans. See what he's doing. He still have not enough munition at the moment to get a flamer up, but he's probably just looking to getting some reinforce there, so he don't have to retreating. Pioneer survived and just retreating, just don't have to retreat. Grand squad against a mass of 2 guys, and that was just a big problem here. He just do a big mistake and will now die a big grand loose on the side on the enemy. Very sadly that this happened. And very, very lucky for Tomakaze, and good game play from him to wire this 2 buildings sides off. He wasn't aware, he didn't check out if there's also a wire, so more or less just a bad idea. Stuart still on the way. Meanwhile, in the same time, getting an AT gun built from the Express, so the perfect counter against those Stuarts. MD trying to work on those Echelon squad. At the moment the Echelon squad will be dying, but he can just retreating easily. Probably getting some more shots in. It could be risky here, but I think it comes away with low health. Should be. Here we go. It comes away without a lot of problems. Left side we're seeing repairing the RAF truck, which is getting some damage from the Lieutenant, from the Hauptmann. Stuart on the field, first engagement, trying to get some damage up against those Krens, but don't going in because he knows there could be an AT gun, they could be getting engine damage if he goes too close. And now it just looks like a big fight on this still little area. You don't have to retreat, you have those beautiful reinforcing, and there's also enough resources to reinforce his units. The little Kran comes away, okay. Very good forward pushing to this cutoff points. So after he just decapped this one, he don't get really any resources. This complete area on the left side is totally not useful. AT gun stays in the perfect position, but he don't have any fuel here. He see the AT gun and just go outside before he even could shooting here. Half track still vet 2, and that is a very good point that the half just getting some little buffs up now, just have a better mobility and also movement, and also have the possibility to reinforce people who are not that close to this vehicle. So it makes it much better and much more comfortable to use it now into the fights and don't have to go too close into the engagements. Capping on the right side, we have still the upgraded Raketenwerfer like we see before. Mortar just tries to probably firing in different directions to probably hit something in the cover station, destroy the cover, but you don't know where the enemy is at the moment, so he's just trying to destroy cover. Makes it easier to get control over the left side back over the cutoff point. Left side, half track getting still out this fight, but the Steward just getting a shot up from the AT gun. Flamer against those Krens, but Krens easily just go into this and getting out there. AT gun now in a little bit of trouble, but the MG and the Krens with LMG are up to supporting that he don't getting too close to the AT gun. Meanwhile, they're still getting repaired, and the right side getting back under control to Tomakaze, because the most action at the moment, or the most units, squads are at the moment, and there looks like a squad wipe on the left side. It was beautiful combination play with Krens and MG in the right positioning. And it looks like the Echelon squad could also be dying, and that's like a big engagement here. And could be going down to the LMG in the last shots. No, it just survived. Very lucky for Tomakaze that he don't losing another squad. Still, the one lose from the rifleman was very bad, and a bit could be bringing a bit of problems in the future. We have our first peak runs on the field still also on the right side, and they can't doing a lot of that. It's still getting damaged, but they have to successful hold the VPs. VP is still on the side from Fortune. He's doing a good job with VP lead, but he was losing the half truck. But meanwhile, the Steward getting a double Faust up, and it could be the end of the Steward with the AT gun shooting another shot in, or a rifle. It looks like it comes away. That's very sadly suppressed, so the Steward comes away with very low health. Very unlucky and very good played from. Beautiful game play here. He's just seeing some kind of using from the phosphor bombs to let the enemy retreat and don't let them getting closer to those Stewards. Oh, there's a bad engagement, and the Krens goes down and retreats through this unit. And the AT gun is also in trouble and getting followed. Should be coming maybe outside, but it looks like it could be going down here. That's very sadly if it goes down. It's an AT gun almost vet one, just getting played out. Could be getting it. Doesn't look like so. He comes away with very low health, and with just 2 units left. The P-Grants are now in action, trying to be to force the enemy back, and it was a successful area. Left side, meanwhile, the MG alone against the complete army, sitting there. It's very risky there. The just with the Steward comes back and looking for the left side. There's nothing really nothing at the moment which could just dealing with it. So the MG is in a bit of trouble. Also have not the most energy anymore, the most health. And at the moment, the right side, Tomakaze finally are able to probably capping the first, second VP. So he will finally just let the VPs take a bit down from Fortune, who just did till now a very beautiful job with access to holding almost every time 2 of the VPs, if not even 3. Steward just lurking around, looking where are the enemy, where are the squads, but they are all far away. There's nothing at the moment around. Tomakaze at the moment is in a better point of map control, have a good splitted units everywhere around, and it looks like that the Echelon squad looking for some bleeding here and trying to hold the VPs, just because he don't have let the enemy that much VPs getting down. Fortune just make a very big pressure into those kind of beautiful grenade dodge, which just goes wrong, and this Echelon squad is so low it could be just going down, and the P-Grants would just going much faster into the building. Very sadly it doesn't get it in time, and it comes away. Steward just driving around very slowly. looking to pick up some single squads which don't have any AT against it, and just found a P-Cran in the building. A P-Cran will have to be retreating very soon, but he could stay a bit longer there and looking probably to build something. Let's check it out. He just didn't upgrade to Panzer Shreks, so there will be nothing in the next couple of seconds coming. The AT gun at the moment is also far away. He's looking to getting the right side back under control, the complete right side. And the Flamer Echelon Squad just gets into the near, getting a Flamer, but he gets out in time and can retreating now. G in positioning to shooting this building, but the Stuart coming too, but the AT gun will covering this G at least. We're getting closer in. Still in and getting a first shot up. He goes more in and he don't going back. That could be the death of the Stuart. And there's also, here we go, beautiful game, and he just destroyed the Stuart. Even if he would getting the the AT, the Faust, the Talamine would probably finishing it off. So good combination with those AT gun, and the first Command Panther is on the field. Command Panther, the P4 Commando P4, getting some AT grenade up, but it will not tell him, well, I'm stopping here, I'm still here, and I have still not engine damage. Feels bad, or? So the map control is still on the side from Tomakaze, but he takes some serious bleed there. He's just losing a rifle squad in the early game. He's losing his Stuart as well. So not the best start. There goes some kind of RTM, the phosphor bombs, probably forcing him to retreat with the Panzerkrans very soon. Getting some good shots up into the P4, and the low health AT gun almost could be dying with one shot from those kind of. Our major on the field, and we have our first easy 8, the big one. And this could be changing a lot of things because, well, we don't have that much AT. We have 2 AT guns. Both AT guns are at the moment in the base. So you could just pushing a bit and just let them treat a bit, just forcing the enemy completely back into the retreats. And you could probably getting a squad if he just is lucky, but I don't think he will getting it. And you're getting some lucky shots and just suppressing the Ashen squad, so it will be survive after all. The AT guns getting in positioning that he is not pushing. If he would pushing, he probably would losing his tank. First upgrade is there. We have now the Browning machine gewehr, the M2 HB caliber 50. Map control still under control from Tomakaze now. He tries to get a triple cap, but have to break up this point. And he's now going back. There's one AT gun, if not even 2. I'm not sure if he just see both AT guns, but one AT gun is there. He's getting a first shot up and just instantly going back. He can't losing another tank. It would be just sad if he's just losing another tank. Fortune just have his command P4, and this one is very at the moment important that he don't losing it. Would be sad if he would losing it. You have still those smoke he could using, and those Spectre. He didn't upgrade it yet, but probably will see that Spectre very soon. Very nice, often played with the scout car. Right side, some mortar action. Left side, meanwhile, an upgraded rifle squad with some bars, just getting in action and will let the Krans just retreat. Right side, the fuel gets back into Tomakaze's hands, and the P4 getting played very safe, not that aggressive. He just destroyed the cover to make it easier to hit with the AT gun those tanks. Left side, Grant's getting some serious problems there, and this could be just engine damage. He just goes instantly into those fights, and I think just he just realized that and will now looking forward to getting those engine damaged tank. The problem is there any AT in the round? There's one AT gun around. It would be not enough to stop him, but I think just the second AT gun is as well there, so we'll probably... He could getting it. But this beautiful smoke makes a beautiful play there, and now we have also our half-track with the P-Cran in. We just caught it in. So if now 2 P-Crans in, it would be just make a lot of damage against those infantry. Everything survived, but the Kran could be dying here from those bars. Will be surviving? He survived with low health, very lucky, and also good for him. Our second vehicle, the Panzerhaubitze M81A, A1 I mean, is on the field, and it probably could be finishing off this vehicle. Would be just a bad thing here. Oh, but the Tellermines is so close! And he just managed not to hit it. That was really bad, but that could be just very, very ridiculous, sadly, for him. I don't think... Oh, that was probably a misclick, and now he's suppressed, so he was losing probably the M8 if he don't getting out of suppress. Easy 8 just smoked this area to make sure that he getting his tank back here. He have to getting back here, and he just managed it. But now's the question. Good hitting the meta mine. I think so. And the Teller mine goes off, and it goes destroyed totally. Sadly. But well, it could be so lost because of the Teller mine before or even after, or at least from the suppressing, sadly misclick from him. Could be happening very fast. VP lead is still on the side from Fortune. He just still have time to get the field back under control, but at the moment it looks more like that Tomakaze, after those huge losses, he has still the hand over the battlefield. He has still more kind of areas under control at the moment and could manage to hold it. But from the units on the field, it looks like that the Axis player, the Fortune, have a much better unit preservation at the moment. We just have a lot more units on the fields. If we're looking just like here, we're just seeing it. He have like 83 pop caps. Meanwhile, Tomakaze only have 59 pop cap, and this could be just a beautiful gameplay here. Double AT gun are set up. One AT gun goes up. You could just getting engine damage here. If you're going for the engine damage up, another shot could be getting in, and would be the other one also shooting. Could be getting in, and it looks like. Here we go, the Easy 8 goes down. That was really a good play. Just losing a squad here, but it wasn't that important. Mortar goes as well down, and looks at the moment that this could be the end of the game. It looks like another squad goes down. We're just seeing right now that Tomakaze loses almost his completely army with and also his complete kind of tanks. He's just putting a new Easy 8 at the moment and trying to getting some bleed thing back on this battlefield, but at the moment Fortune is in a very good state in the game. He just is still 75 pop capped. He could just saving for any big tank for T4 or something else. I think he's also doing it just right now, taking up to T2. He probably goes for a Stuk or for a P4. I would say probably a Stuk against the later tanks, but we see what's happening. Oh, there comes the first tank, and it could be the end of the P-Crans if you're getting another shot in. No, he just goes in timeout and could just retreating, but the half-track is down finally. So you have to be more aware about those kind of Easy 8. Another lose would be just horrible. You're just hitting one shot up, another one. So 2 shots into it, 1 misses. Etigan's good position on the left side, and they are still vet 2 and vet 1 at the moment, when we're getting closer to vet 3, which would be just buffing the fire rate as well as the accurate from those Etigans more. Bunkers just getting broke up from them because Hauptmann is back on the fields. Counter mortar is back, or at least the stolen mortar, to say it right. Just getting the mortar from the USF makes it much easier. This could be a win for the USF player, and it is. He could just getting back control over the map, over the VP. He should be focusing at the moment probably more the VPs, but I think he's trying to get some resources back because he needs at the moment more than one tank out. He needs just 2 tanks out. That's at the moment the important thing. If you don't going for it, you will have problems very soon. Another mortar, the M81 mortar is on the field for from himself. Don't know why he just goes for another mortar. Probably he had one still, and I don't see it. I don't think so. But now with 2 mortars powers, we are forcing every kind of engagement that the enemy have to move and not stay in cover. After those huge losses from Tomakaze, he has still the map control. He still can hold the left side and the right side with those less of units he has still on the field. Command P4 is back on the field trying to get some sneaky kills up, but the Easy 8 is waiting for him, and he's this time not that aggressive. I think he will not going into it because he knows, okay, I should be more aware about those AT guns, and we see there's just both AT guns up in both areas positioned that he will getting for sure both sides covered. Left side, Tomakaze capping back the PP, and a stolen bar. Kren with the stolen bar tries to destroy those Ashnell squad. Will be also winning this fight after retreating here. I think he will going for the VPs because he have the VP elite. He needs that. He needs this VP elite. Let them bleeding more. He can focusing later more to those other points. He have the lead. He didn't lose anything right now. He just have most likely all units still on the field. I think he lose 1 Kren. No, 2 Krens I think it was still. But it is still okay at the moment. And we still get almost the last pop cap. And look what we have here. LEF 18 getting builded, a big Adi. Probably not the almost best kind of arty on this map without a lot of cover play and also MGs on the map. But if the range is long enough, he could probably trying to destroy the base. Not sure how far this is, but I think it's far enough to hitting into the base, so he was just forcing Tomakaze that the base getting more and more destroyed just from Adi. Would be sad. Just some couple of seconds left, and then the Arty is on the field, ready to bomb the enemy's base probably down. At the moment, some quiet seconds in this game. Both just order the units in the right positioning to make the next attack here. MG right, perfect, set it. AZ8 trying to make a flank here, but the AT gun is in the positioning, so he can't really getting in. And here we go. He get positioned and look like he will not going for the base at the moment. Looks like Mori's just going to fighting this area here with the buildings. Let's see where he's shooting, where he was shooting. He didn't do anything with it, he just probably waiting for the right way. Maybe he waits for the retreat from all the units and then just firing into the base, but he didn't have the right positioning here right now. Left side, an MG on the field, the 50 caliber M2 MG from the USF players. P-Crans are trying to use here, and we're seeing the AT guns, double AT guns going up here. MG is in low health, but it could still stay there without problems because the AT guns are coming in. AT guns, first shot, getting stunned. Probably the second shot will be also getting in. Oh, beautiful smoke from Tomakaze to rescue the EZ8. Now he just have to get out there before anything worse happening. USF just getting played right, and it looks like the base attack starting now. Beautiful hit! Taking almost down a complete squad. Another hit, and he hits perfectly again. What's 2 beautiful hits. Is he getting it again? And he get the medic truck down too. Wow, what a game. Another hit. It hit some of the enemies. That's beautiful and very good played after all. Mortar have to retreat on the right side. Left side, meanwhile, the Krens searching to hold the VP. So getting the VPs back at the moment. It's like a double VP cap very soon again. So Fortune just doing a very good job again and trying to let the VPs ticking down that the enemy have to forcing more to that. Another hit and takes down a complete squad. What a beautiful arty hit. Wow. And we know those arty just could be a beast, and it really do at the moment like beautiful. Just do the first, you still had one and just getting like 12 kills in the first kind of thing, destroying 1 vehicle and 11 units. What a fucking beast. No one else would just using those kind of things in this way. Some smoke here to joining into the base, probably some experimentation from the command Panzer IV. Tries to destroying the building here with some crush, and the Rents are in a little bit of problems here. We're losing both Rents, but looks like it's coming away. The AT guns are still not there. I don't know where the AT guns are. Let's see if he's looking to get those AT guns. The Krenz comes away, don't trying to get into the base, I think. He's too, he don't want going the risk at the moment. He's just trying and shooting into an area where nothing is. Just probably destroying something, hope to hit something. Because now he's on the left side. AT guns just going into the fight on the left side, probably with the command Panzer in combination. You have to do something here. If you're just going with the tank in, you don't have any chance. At the moment, there's nothing really what could handling those AT guns. He has most likely 2 EZ8s on the field. If you don't getting a good flank in, you will have very big problems. But here we see some echelon squad with Raketenwerfer. So let's see how this will be working. He just catched up a teller mine and he getting almost blown up. Oh, that was close. Find some more teller mines. Beautiful set teller mines from Fortune, but beautiful stealthy forward going and realizing those teller mines from Tomakaze as well. We're seeing some phosphor bombs going down in front of the base. Force them to let them go back. Second EZ8 now. We have 1 EZ8 on the left side and 1 on the right side. One of the EZ8s is going into the right side as well now. I'm looking to take some kills probably here. This P-Cran is in a big trouble here. Oh, this AT gun is a bit too far forward. It could be just a dead AT gun. That 2 AT gun goes probably down. It's very sad that this happens. Don't know whether the second AT gun is used in positioning. He could just deading it out, but it was too late. He could probably destroying this tank with some support things. The second tank goes in. AT gun goes in positioning. He could just hitting the tank here probably. No, he don't getting the hits. Oh, he misses. Another miss. 2 misses from both AT guns, but both tanks and both AT guns are in a big trouble here. Who could winning this fight? They're coming some Krens in. This tank is in a big trouble. He could turn down here. 1 miss again. Beautiful grenade from the low rifle. A lot of smoke goes in because he's just getting too risky here. Both AT guns are very low at the moment. The Vet 2 AT gun is still on the field and survived and good getting out here. The rest of the tank goes at the moment in. The Vet 2 EZ8 comes out of the fight. It was very risky that he just gets out there. Could be just going down still, but the AT gun misses several times. Probably was blind shooted into the smoke, but it was just not enough. It just didn't have enough skill till now served to manage that. He's probably just trying to getting again into this fight on the right side. He didn't even catch reinforce the AT guns, but probably just misclicked. OMG goes down. The 50 caliber probably just going for the cap. Now he's just trying to destroying it right now. It's not a bad idea because this little thing could be very hilarious against those Austrians without sniper. But to be honest, you have 2 mortars, so even if you wouldn't get this, you have still a chance of getting it off. Left side still under control to Tomakaze, but the right side is at the moment more or less just like not touchable for him. One single unit could be easily kept on the left side at the moment. The most trouble or the most army from Tomakaze focusing on the right side. He tries to hold that. The Easy 8 is in a big trouble here. He's trying to get this caliber back because he needs it. He don't have the time, but now it's destroyed and also another unit loose. At the moment, Tomakaze have really less units on the field. Just 2 Easy 8s on the field. 1 vet 2 and 2 vetted units. Just like nothing. One beautiful hit here with the Arty, which is still vet 2 to be honest, with 21 kills. It's just getting really, really strong. What is the power of that? Vet 2. Okay, the accurate and the fire rate is much higher from this thing, so much more risky. Oh, the AT mines could be getting hit, but he just stopped the mine plant in the second time. Easy 8 just going crazy into it, and looks like the AT guns have again some trouble here. Seen another normal Sherman on the way now. Let's see how this will be working. He catched finally the AT gun, and here comes the command Panther, supported with the AT guns, but he will have trouble here, hitting him his own Panzer 4 command. Panzer and with AT goes down. He just tries to get away, but he can't getting away. Now we have some kind of trouble here. You don't have really anything to dealing with those kind of tanks. Both AT guns down, and you don't have anything. You have to get back this AT gun. You get it. You need it. He's trying to get it away, but I think it's still too late. He could just forcing it again. We have anti-damage on the left tank, but the right tank is still ready to fight here. He's trying to get some hits up, and he will getting it. Another miss from the AZ-8. He just tries again to pull back into a little sneaky corner on the right side. But there comes the rifleman trying to forcing him down from the building. Getting some good shots into the AT gun. Probably we're losing one more guy. No, gaps away. After all, the Arty is still alive and still have this vet too, so it will help him a lot. Sherman on the fields, the normal beautiful Sherman, M4A Sherman. Some Arty hits into an area where he thought probably could be stay something, but there was nothing. So at the moment, Tomakaze is doing a good job with those triple tanks. He don't have really a lot of things in, but we have a lot of tanks in at the moment. We have 3 Shermans. 2 EZ-8s, and he's building another one. So that's a lot of tanks up. He needs really something big, and here he comes. He's just talking about it, and the Panther is on the field. He just tagged meanwhile to T4, getting his T4 building up, and saved enough to get his big counter tank out, the Panther. In combination with the AT gun, he getting just both AT guns back. He could just finish those tanks off, which are at the moment massed there. At least one is vet 2, one is vet 1, and the Sherman could also be a very big problem against those units. 2 beautiful hits against those EZ-8. It's almost down. You have to repair it again. And left side getting back under control to Fortune. Easy 8. Right side trying to split off his tank at the moment. There are 2 tanks on the left side, 1 tank on the left side just getting repaired, and 1 Easy 8 on the right side. They're trying their best. To holding the VPs, but Fortune is still able to hold the left side and the right side VP without a lot of trouble. And it looks like that the AT guns are in positioning now to support the Panther. And now the Panther will have a good fun here. Another RT hits into the base. Didn't hit anything here, but just let them bleed more. Meanwhile, the Easy 8 realize, okay, left side are both AT guns and the Panther. Let's try and rush the right side. And that was not a bad idea. Just get a good hit there in. Good stealthy tank. He just tries again to get those RT down because it's so ridiculous strong. RT getting another smoke in and we'll just force him again back. Panther on the field, AT guns on the field. He's trying to get up here. We don't have any AT here, but he tries to hold the VPs here. Panther pushing in, he wants to getting it, he's just trying it, he just wants this kill. He's still full health, he could just coming away without a lot of trouble, but where are the other tanks? The other tanks are still in repair, he's just finishing it right now, but it's probably too late to forcing to help this little guy here. He wanted, he just misses too much and probably is really able to get away here. Another miss. AT guns get in positioning. And the unit just got lost. It was probably in echelon squad or so. Oh, there comes the last push. I think just it's Tomakaze's last try. He's just trying with RT, he's trying with everything he could using here. Phosphor bombs goes in, smoke goes in. Panther in big trouble here. He's trying to survive this, but he is at the moment very in a bad situation. One goes down, but the Panther goes down, and now he has just a big problem. We have some peak runs with Panzerwerfer, with Panzerschrecks, and also oh, there it goes down. You have just at the moment Faust goes in. It looks like that he will losing almost every kind of tank here. Engine damage. All tanks goes down. You have almost no tanks left. All tanks down from the USF guy, and that looks like it's GG. Both sides lose a lot of things, but the losses from Fortune wasn't that big. He loses his Panther and an AT gun, which is still able to catch up. No, not anymore. But that was it. And mortar goes down. But Fortune had at the moment more than enough to rebuilding some kind of infantry, and he is still his second new Panther on the field. And now Tomakaze has nothing left to dealing with another Panther. This one little Sherman will not help him. He just tries, okay, I need something else. I need an Easy 8 against this Panther. Even that is not enough. This is very risky. This building is almost down. Another ship could be just finishing off this building. Let's see if he goes out in time or he just couldn't getting destroyed. The building holds a lot of damage up, and at the moment Tomakaze tries everything to getting some kind of territory back, some kind of units back. Another RT shot probably goes into the base. The base getting almost destroyed, just working on it, destroying it. The bunker is getting some damage up, but this base could be going down very soon. So at the moment there's almost nothing left. He just tries to rebuild his army. He had a lot of MP, manpower, but the control of the map is in the hands from Fortune at the moment. The VP ticking down slowly, he could just splitting his units. You have so much stuff on. Another Easy 8 is on the field, and the MG just trying to getting a good position here. Looks like he's trying to get some push in, but he just tries not to do it and goes back slowly. The Grant's trying on the left side to get some sneaky cap there. He's not trying to get the VP to finish him off. He just tries to getting some of the cut-off points down, or at least some of the points, capping points. Easy 8 on the right side. Where's AT-Gun? AT-Gun Vetu is coming at the moment. LMG against the Rifleman. The LMG could probably win this fight if he just stay in range without a lot of trouble. Here it goes. Engagement are up. Is he going for it? Didn't realize it at the moment. He's focusing on the right side with a Panther. And we have an AT on the field from Tomakaze. Let's see if this works against the Panther. Doing 3 beautiful hits, and it looks like he could getting the Panther down. Another beautiful hit. He could just pushing into it, but I think he just realized it too late, and now the AT gun is up and ready with the MG support on the right side. Left side, meanwhile, the LMG working on those Rifleman. Looks like a grenade probably will be thrown. No, he just decided to retreat, and he will getting his point back. Everything goes slowly forward, but the VPs are not on the side here. Another 8 RT goes into the base. He didn't realize it with the first shot. Will he realize it with the next shot? No, he didn't realize it. He could just losing a complete unit if he getting here perfect hits in. Doesn't look like MG after retreating. Successful. Mortar destroyed. Little hit, but nothing specific here. We're getting the left side under control back. The command Panzer IV, the new one, is on the field right now. Panther getting secured, and this will be just trying to hold his points. Easy 8 realized, okay, left side, we need help. I have to go into the left side, so he just tries probably at the moment to try, but then he just stopped. You see, okay, we have 2 gadgets enough to dealing with those kind of guys. And he did it. Peak grants with Panzer Strikes on the field. Now we're just trying to get some good hits against those kind of things. It looks like the engine damage are up, and now it's a way for the Panther to pushing, and he just realized it and just going into it. The AT gun probably in combination play will do a good job here. He could finish it off probably just with the peak grants. If you don't getting some lucky hits up, this peak grants will just forcing this thing in. Another beautiful hits here. Command Panzer IV, another squad goes down. Long range hit and make them down. You could just go into the building. I don't think he will going for it. AT gun also done from the USF, and looks like this is GG. Here we go. Tomakaze just concede the game, and that was GG. Beautiful gameplay from both players, but Fortune win the fight with a beautiful VP lead and also some beautiful gameplay pass with a double AT gun and some other end of things. So thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time.